The all-new Redkwan merch, because everyone loves Redkwan enough to wear these clothes in public. The front says, "I quite enjoy Redkwan videos," and the back says, "Not really though. You're not a true member of the Redkwan fandom, which is definitely a real thing, unless you buy it in each of the 17 available colors." Wait, this video isn't about me promoting my very real merch. This is my 1,000 subscriber special, where I talk about how my channel is absolute trash. So hello all 1,000 of you, I'm Redkwan, and these are the Redcuts. Yes, I now have 1,000 subscribers, which means that my opening greeting is going to become even more obnoxious. So that's cool. I feel like I kind of have to decide now whether I'm going to start abbreviating the numbers, or if I'll have to go all the way down to the individual level, because well, it isn't as much fun to say hello all 100 of you when I have like 123 or something. Imagine if PewDiePie had chosen this as his opening. My 500 subscriber special was a complete mess because I didn't plan it out in advance at all, so I wanted to make sure I had an actual idea for this one, and oh boy is it a great idea. In this video I'll take a look at the scrapped videos from the Redkwan archives and make some lame jokes about how they're dumb. I've been working on this since I had like 150 subscribers, so it's been a long time coming, and it's still terrible. But without further ado, let's roll the film. Oh man, we're starting off with a good one, relative to the situation. You see, I don't know if you know this, but I actually like to try to insert really terrible jokes into my videos, and sometimes I commit the torturous act of making a whole video like that. I think I was going for some sort of making fun of a bad game type of video, but I never got far enough into production. The thing that really held me back was that it was hard to write the script and play the game to find things to write the script about at the same time, and I just bailed on it. Here's an image of the little chunk of the script I made, and I guess I'll do a reenactment just so you get the full effect. Just a note to any of my subscribers who are watching, which I doubt there are very many, seeing I don't have many subscribers and most of the ones I have never watch any of my videos, this isn't a normal video. Most of my videos are speculation-y or whatnot. This isn't quite that. Actually, no, this is Cars Radiator Springs Adventures! You might be asking, Redkwan, why do you own Cars Radiator Springs Adventures? That seems like a strange game to buy, and to that I would say, yep, Cars Radiator Springs Adventures. It's a game, and I guess I'm gonna play it. Pretty crazy, huh? Man, it's only one day later, and I'm already back to a scrapped video. That's great. This one happens to be a scrapped video from my phase when I didn't script my videos. You can imagine how well that went. The idea behind this video was that I was having an argument with some fool I found on the streets about game difficulty. And yes, it is as bad as it sounds. Apparently I did this for 13 minutes, so I'll just give you a little taste of what you missed out on. Some real great stuff. Hello all 4 of you, I'm Redkwan. I'm continuing to crank out videos today. Number 3. There is no drop in quality. So, I was thinking about difficulty in video games. And I know it was a big point, like a week ago, to talk about whether people should be good at video games if they're going to review video games. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about whether a game being difficult actually matters. So to do this, I thought it would be best to have an argument. So I'm going to argue with this one guy I found on the streets. Come on in. So I personally am going to be arguing that video game difficulty does not matter. A game being harder is actually a game being worse. And I'm gonna argue that a game being harder is better. Ugh, I could have chosen anyone else. Why do you think that a game being harder makes it better?
I think that if a game is harder, you feel more accomplished when you beat it.
Okay, so you're saying that if you beat a game and it's harder, then you feel more accomplished.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, don't you also get more frustrated? And when I am super angry because I've had to retry something a ton of times in a game, when I beat it, I don't feel accomplished. I just feel like, wow, that was dumb. Why'd I have to do that? I'm just relieved to get it over with. Yes, you can feel accomplished from something to a certain extent. At some point, it doesn't really do anything.
Well, I disagree.
Oh, whatever, man. The next video is about the next Mario Party game, which at the time hadn't been announced yet. To be honest, this one isn't that painfully awkward or weird. It's just one where I got halfway through the script before realizing that my only experience with Mario Party was playing Mario Party 2 literally once. So that was pretty stupid. And I won't even go through the process of reading the script because that would be as boring as, say, listing off all my old ideas for like 3 minutes. And I would never pull something like that, not in a subscriber special. You might not know this about me, but I actually really like the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics games. Boo! Boo! Hey, cool it, bucko. Yes, those games that people really despise are some of my favorites. I have some pretty awful opinions, what can I say? This video was scrapped for a few reasons, including that nobody cares about those games, nobody cares about me, and it was terrible. It was so bad. Most of my videos I try to make pretty short and lighthearted, so the mediocrity is easily forgotten, but this thing was 10 stinking minutes, and it ended up sounding really emotional for some reason. It was just really terrible. Again, I'm not going to play you the full thing, because it's really long, boring, and honestly, pretty embarrassingly stupid, but here's a little bit of it. This is one of those times I really wish I had a capture card instead of, you know, just getting footage off the micro SD on the Switch. Yeah, I'm one of those cheapskate people. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Wow, that's a blast of the past, man. I know this series gets dumped on all the time for being this weird idea that really isn't very deep, and I won't deny it's a weird idea that isn't for everyone, but honestly, I think these games were super fun. But the thing is, they stopped making them, and it's not exactly like you can really blame them, with each entry doing significantly worse than the last. Like, significantly worse. To give you an idea, the first game with the generic Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games title sold 8 million copies, while the Rio 2016 edition sold less than 500,000. That's quite the drop-off, selling more than 16 times less. So I guess it isn't really too surprising that there was never a 2018 version based on all that. But I still want to take one last look at the series, what went wrong, and maybe defend it just a little bit. Remember when I made that video that got a ton of dislikes? No, not the Mario DLC one. No, not the Switch Mini one either. Yep, keep going. Yeah, that Waluigi video with 100, count 'em, 100 dislikes. And the thing is, I knew people would hate that video, and I didn't actually look at the comments for like a day, and I just assumed that everyone would hate it so much, and I ran out of video ideas, so I started on a follow-up. But then I started on it and realized, this is really dumb. So here it's at for all these months. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like a few of the lines in the video, like the, all I was expecting was about 70 views, a dozen comments of people calling me stupid and telling me my footage was really choppy, and maybe some bot announcing that they loved what I've been doing and they have some royalty-free music available. Because that happens way more than it should. But then when I got past the intro, I guess I realized, what am I doing? Here, I'll read a little bit. So I learned a few lessons from that video. The first thing I learned was don't mess with Waluigi or you'll get the fires of Ouija Town thrust upon you. People defend this man to the grave. 2, some things need to be said, but with some things, you just need to shut up. And 3, I guess we'll never know what number 3 is, but I mean, that's probably a good thing. Getting to my most recent thing I've messed up with is money, with an exclamation point. I didn't get very far into this one, and I think you'll see why. Hello all 655 of you, I'm Redkwan, also known as Give Me Some Money. You might say, Redkwan, why are you talking about money? Don't you talk about Nintendo, or at the very least, something that has to do with video games? And to be completely honest, I really have no clue what I'm doing myself. I just thought the intro would be funny. It wasn't. So that's why. It's actually kind of funny though, because at 1,000 subscribers, you're able to sell out and make money on YouTube. So maybe that was sort of a prophecy. Whoa, you see that? We just went back in time. Pretty wild times we live in. I wanted to end with this one because it was my dropped 1,000 subscriber special, funny enough. You know how at the beginning I said I'd been working on this since I had 150 subscribers? Well, yeah, that wasn't really true. Basically, I wrote these 2 sentences when I had 150 subscribers, so that wasn't very accurate at all. So I wanted to start my old 1,000 subscriber special by saying, now I'm gonna play what you don't hear in my videos, the sounds of what's been cut out, all the mistakes, all of that. This is that video. There are a lot of them. And then I would continue on by... Actually, that's all I got to. It wasn't very good. The thing I think is funny about all this is that what I wanted to do was show a bunch of the recording mistakes, which would be just about as boring as I could have made it. I'm not saying this is very entertaining either, but relative to that, whew, it's probably more entertaining. That video would have just been a bunch of stuff like, and that's why I think the Nintendo... And that's why I think the Switch... And that's why I think the Nintendo... The Nintendo... And that's why I think the Nintendo Switch... Ugh. And that's why I think the Nintendo Switch is a pile of garbage. Fun times. Well, I'm Redkwan. That was my subscriber special. I know it's cheesy and every person on YouTube will do some sort of thank you in their subscriber specials, but I really just have to say, thank you to my past self. Without you messing up a bunch, this video wouldn't have been possible. Well, how do you feel about 1,000 subscribers? Do you want to see it come to the Nintendo Switch? Wait. Anyways, I'm Redkwan. Thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Goodbye.